Hey, what's going on YouTube? Collider, aka Smooth Flipper, and this video I'm gonna go over 3 possible reasons why you may not be closing deals. So I got a message yesterday of someone who, was having trouble closing deals, getting people to agree with their price. And I talked to them for a bit, and I realized that they had a lot of things that they could have been working on, and I know that this person isn't the only one going through these struggles. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a video of 3 reasons why I think you guys aren't making these deals, uh, and I'm gonna go over them. So the first reason I think you guys aren't making deals is you guys are lowballing. If you don't know what lowballing is offering a super low price. Um, basically a disrespectful price to a particular item or whatever the case may be. Offering $200 for an iPhone X, that's lowballing. And I see this a lot, you know. And what I want to go over on this topic is, it's good to make profit, but at the same time, you have to uh, make a reasonable offer. There's sometimes you just can't offer, $100 for an iPhone X and they're going for $900 on eBay. You just can't do that. And I see it a lot where, I think the appraisal is wrong. You go on eBay and make that appraisal. I think that's wrong. Um, and that's something you might need to work on if you are finding that you're offering a little bit too less for these items. So number one, lowball. Number two, um, is I see a lot of people always, shooting for the home run deal. And what I mean by that is, um, it's good to make, $100, $200 on a deal. That's great. It feels great. But at the same time, if you are just starting out, if you have to build some capital, um, do not always try to go for the home run deal. I know you see it a lot. I know you see it in my videos. I know you see it if you're in my group, of people saying, "Hey, I spent $300 and sold this phone for $800." It happens a lot, but these people aren't shooting for that deal every single time. Sometimes it just happens. A lot of the deals that I go through, where I do make a lot of money, it just kind of happens. Um, and either they lowball themselves and then I make the deal. So or things of that nature. So like if I was to say, hey, how much are you looking to get for your iPhone X? And they said, I just want $400 for it. Then they just lowball themselves. Then you can make that home run deal because they already agreed, and you can resell and make like $300 from that. So do not always go for that home run deal. Profit is profit. At the end of the day, you can make $50. You can make $150. You still made profit. You made more money than you had when you first started, and that's what it's all about. Number three is I see a lot of people, not willing to give up some profit. So sometimes it's good to be firm on price sometimes, but sometimes when your offer is so low, if you make an offer and if they agree to that price that you gave them, you're gonna make $150. That's good. They don't agree. A lot of you guys in the deal, okay, thank you. I'll talk to you later, or let me know if anything changes from $150. When you could probably bump that up, bump their offer up $50, and you still made $100. Even if you bumped it up $40 more, you still made $60. So there's profit to be made. Sometimes you have to give up that profit. Some people are um, very particular about how much they want. If you offer 280 for something and the person wanted 320, and even if you did offer 320, you're still going to make $100. If you would have ended the deal at 280, you wouldn't have never knew that they only wanted $40 more. So keep that in mind. Um, give up some profit sometimes. There's times where I've only made $50. I've made $45 a phone, um, and that's perfectly fine because I made $45. I actually made money. I didn't kill the deal and there you go. You just left money on the table. So that comes my fourth point I want to make is don't leave money on the table. There's times where you just can't make a deal with this person. They want $800 for their iPhone 6. This is unrealistic. You're not gonna make the deal. That's fine. Move on to the next one. But if you're negotiating with them and you're going back and forth, and they want $10 more than what you're offering, and then that $90 profit will turn to $80 profit if you do offer that $10 more. Then why not go for it? You sometimes you gotta put the ego to the side and realize this is business. You're gonna have these people who are pretty firm on their price, but it's up to you to decide. Hey, is making $70 on this one phone worth it? And 9 times out of 10, it is. 9 times out of 10, you're not driving an hour away to get the phone. Most of the time, I usually meet 5 minutes away from my house, and a 5 minute drive to the Starbucks, I got $70 in my pocket. So it's up to you guys to be willing to give up that profit, and to be willing to not let these deals slip so easily. Sometimes I get messages from people who show me their conversations in there, and then once they have made a set price on a phone, the person does not accept the price, and they just move on. The deal's not over after they decline. You're still trying to get this phone. You want to do whatever you can to get the phone, but at the same time you want to be able to um, fulfill your needs as far as profit. Don't cut yourself too short to where you're only making $20 for the phone, but be smart about it. And if you can still make that deal and you're okay with making $50 instead of the $100, then by all means go for it. You're $50 richer. You made a deal, and as time goes on, you're going to experience that, and realize that it's going to be a lot easier to close deals. I had issues, when I first started closing deals. There's times where, I was settling for $35 profits, $30 profits, but at that time I was building up my capital. I had to do it because, the phones that I was receiving was the phones that I could afford. So if I could afford it, then I'm gonna have to make some kind of deal so I can build that capital. So then I can buy, back then it was 5S's and fives and stuff like that. Back then I can buy those. I can buy the 4S's, and that were going for $300+ So that's how long ago I was doing it. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't make it to a point where you're losing. You're losing now and you feel bad about the offer. Be comfortable with the offer you're going to make. The whole point of it is negotiating. They're going to try to negotiate to get as much money as they can out of the deal, and you're going to try to negotiate to get as much profit out of the deal. But you guys have to come up with a reasonable offer, and do not end the conversation after they decline. That's the worst thing you can do. Ask them how much they were wanting to get for the phone, and because like I said, they might only want $30 more than your initial offer, which is still going to net you $70. So keep that in mind, guys. Hopefully you guys found this video worth some value. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Join that Facebook group, and if you guys are stuck and want to extra push, there's a course that I offer down in the description as well. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for the support, and I will see you guys in the next video.